No sé. 16. Continue. Entonces, había quedado yo aquí.
Did Bernard say how long it was going to be? I mean, it's fine.
Y un lado de su reloj. Ya. Tengo que visitar la enfermería para sacar a Jill, asumo. A Jill. Y no sé qué va a ser, bueno. Tengo entendido que había comprado varias cosas. Ya estaba como bien de armas. Y vamos a lo que nos convoca.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
No, bueno, no puedo. Tengo que laburar.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Juliao.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves.
El tuerto Gav.
Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Para eso, conche, mi madre tenía que venir para acá para ahora correr 119 metros, weón. Andaron donde Gav nomás, weón.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodriguez.
Talia has tasked me with removing a curse breaker's brand. But it's my first time and
Vos dale con fe nomás, weón. Cagándola se aprende.
I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but there as many die as recover. Is it really
El procedimiento.
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until then, we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also...
I know. I still wish there was that griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation. Something I can't do
Ya,
with
está
the
pidiendo,
infirmary's
weón.
ammonia.
Just tell me what you need.
Pues sí, vamos a
No
continuar lo que
one
hay que
knows
hacer.
Herblore like Tyre. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of...
O no, Pablo. O no. O acá al lado. Acá hay una misión en dilema de sonador. Imagino que ahí deben estar los weas. Ya. Vale, chivo, weón, vale, chivo. Agradecido. Acá porque ahora yo voy a ir a ver ahora rato más vengo de acá a Western Union para ver esa de $20, para buscar la plata de la cuenta y hay que sacarla ya. La idea sería poder hacerlo el tiro, ¿cachai? Porque ya mañana es feriado acá en el Ica. Y el sábado tienes que hacerlo como 24 horas. Bueno, nosotros para el lunes, pero igual. Ya pues, ¿dónde está mi chocó? Está mi chocobito. Oh, qué chucha.
Come on.
Preocuparme, weón.
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. This might take a while. You deserve a
Tienes
rest.
razón, hay que pelear con los weones. Tengo otra configuración, weón. Tengo una configuración que tienen los huevones de roca. Mierda, weón. Eso, a los Red Dead.
Around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
Como que no sea la wea, weón. Me ir de nuevo a jugar para acá. Ya pe, ya pe.
Should be enough to keep the
¿Qué
infirmary
para
stocked
allá,
for a
weón?
while.
¿Qué lugar era este, weón? No
Hopefully
puede
this will put
ser.
Rodriguez's mind at ease.
Pero pico. Ya, ¿sabes qué? Voy a...
wasn't expecting you back so soon. Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
I hope you didn't have to...
Only... You'll do fine.
Thank them. The brand one, ill-conceived incision. A single and even success means tremendous pain. Days of... I became a visitor to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Realmente ser un portador de una maldición del culo, weón. O sea, viven como esclavos, la gente los mira como la corneta, no les quiere dar comida, más encima los obligan a trabajar. Y weón, para que los marcan y para sacarse la marca, va encima, weón, casi se... Es como que se juegan la vida, weón. Qué miserable. Acá está contando lo que pasó en estos años que han pasado, que fueron como 5, 8.
Little medicine Talia managed to salvage from the wreckage of the old place had been used up treating the wounded. She begged that your operation be delayed. Procedure was even more dangerous back then. Only a few souls had undertaken it, and those who were no longer with us. It wasn't something to be done lightly.
No. But it was something I had to do. He always led from the front, and never asked anyone to take a risk for his cause that he was unwilling to take himself, even if he knew that it might.
Hold still, Clive!
Dolió. Oh, qué feíto.
I knew there'd be pain. That I might not survive. And I was afraid that I would never be...
Didn't know.
We all want our brands removed. But it's a decision each of us must make for ourselves. Rodrigue, I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the knife.
It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. Thank you.
Eso, entonces tengo ahora $135. Bueno. Ya vamos a las peleas.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about? Haven't you heard? Mid's coming.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again. Drawing on the deck. Jill looked white as a sheet when we brought her back.
Cantante. Ya, weón, devuélvanme a Jill, weón. Necesito para pelear. Ah, no, ¿verdad que tengo que decir?
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask, where did you get him? Like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories.
O sea, se lo arrebató una familia.
When they heard his cries and...
Ah, ya, menos mal. Viejo cazador, weón. Cazó a los papás y nos traemos a la criatura.
It certainly adds weight to the Clive. I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf. In
No,
one of
pues
the ruins of
claramente era un
bestiaries,
perro.
I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. His name was
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Ah, este es Fenrir. Ah, me dice sí. Yo sé que soy eso.
The annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories, and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva.
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People
Oh.
called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite.
Esto es tan bueno
Though
para las
Torgal's
chichagua.
power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf. It had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
¿Qué pasa, guatón? ¿Mm? ¿Qué pasa?
There you are!
¿Qué pasa?
I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Yo voy a la cocina, mira.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Voy a matar ese muñequito. Puta, qué weón. Agradeciendo desde arriba. Cada crédito más uno. Fuerza para uno. Exclusión de... No, esto es voluntario de Ryan. Al ver cerca el tema. Son precisadas y habilidades sobre saber Bueno, voy a pelear primero con el chakra.
I wonder what she's doing to Dungeonaire.
Let's go and ask her.
I hear your scout made quite a use of it. It's lined her workshop with...
I think I'll wait till Mid's away to take it with her dungeon.
You were born in Rosalith, weren't you?
Voy conmigo antes de sido comprado afuera.
How's it coming along?
Nearly there. Just need to get these nasty boards.
Ya bueno, juego la wea.
For Sancfordian, do you?
Una muela. Arma, muela. Relámpago, esquila de tierra y meteorito. Pasó el ataque a 307 y ímpetu. Vamos.
Should last you a good while.
¿Qué te decía? No me hagáis maldad. Pues bueno, acuéstate ahí.
And?
Es... Ya. Ya está lo de la economía.
A bigger water cleaner thingy, maybe. One that can make. And what can I do for you?
Fumando su curita.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Mid's moved into the storeroom. Made a workshop out of it. It's just one thing after another around here. The Litlins have been up to their old tricks again.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne.
You have nothing to worry about on that front.
Clive, have you got a minute?
¿Qué sucede ahora?
We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Ah, el viejo este.
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
Este viejo le gusta el huevo, weón. Todo estaba al otro lado, aquí está el pecho de la familia.
Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Se cagan la
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the
Pablo, weón, está ahí todo el rato haciendo nada.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you. Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Yo maraco. Y bajamos, weón, la pintura.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
Chao.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Esa wea me ha perturbado ahora, weón.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The Litlands have been up to their old tricks. It's just one thing after another around here.
Well, fuck me. Never thought I'd see the deal.
Ah, my
Well,
dear
shall I-
nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
Factos.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port
Voy a
Isolde.
comer una wea ahí.
I was. Aye.
Una huevita. ¿Hay que ir acá o...? Ven, listo. ¿Qué pasó, Benito?
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
Sí, bueno, ni que fuera empleado el otro.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt a decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
Alta detective.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
El tiempo es oro, Chicago.
Yeah.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop.
Otto. Fang.
You're not going in there?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy them. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lanza and the Fang are all cooked because personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. All I know, we've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the news...
Thanks.
So, what about your uncle?
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us. I heard they called Rosina the Desert Hare on account of how little escapes her ears.
All right, Uncle.
We shall.
¿Y nos vamos sin Jill?
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
Vamos a tomar un chupe.
Seguro que encontrar con la así, bueno. Acertivo. Vamos.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Faster!
Qué buena vieja, ¿eh?
Years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived, but you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Hellwind must have been sat in the sand all
El viejo no pelea. Otra vez, tío. Tiene la espada, ¿dónde el culiao?
I can walk from here.
Pásalo, concha de madre.
Hoy está peleando. Quiero que sea bueno, no, porque toda transformación. Acá hay algo, acá hay algo. Me queda entonces aproximadamente de aquí a las 5 y de ahí a la mañana todo el día, domingo en la mañana. Hoy domingo todo el día también. Solo me quedan 2 días enteros para ponerme vuelta al juego. ¿Por qué? Porque tengo que viajar a Santiago y tengo que terminar el juego antes de ir a Santiago, porque allá voy a sacar el Cyberpunk. El GT está más barato, ¿no? Es que uno cuando llega a veces a otra ciudad igual se compra sus juegos de Play, sobre todo en Perú, porque ya los cassettes están tirados, weón. Pero como ahora ya no existe la piratería y tenemos que comprarlos por internet, como que no puedo jugar acá. No puedo jugar. Hoy un solo cofre en todo el espacio, pero soy muy buena, no puedo buscar, weón. Voy a llegar, pues, weón. A ver cómo camino. Ahí está bloqueado. Esto de acá no se puede entrar. Mira la weá, weón. Puta ya pesado, weón. Pero weón.
Not here. This is no time to ride. Good girl.
Es gigante, weón, ver realizar este pedazo de acá, no. ¿Por dónde se pasa acá? No, digo, ya me fue el tesoro, ¿no?
Time to fight.
Caution.
Esto sí. Dala. Sigamos cargando, bueno, un poquito de experiencia. ¿Qué pasa, maricón? Y ahí anda gente, igual. Amigo.
Viajeros.
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn? Friends of friends, I'd wager.
Necesito alguna cosita. Salí. Wea. Ya es. Todos tienen el mismo tipo de ruina, ¿no? Puertas redondas, mucha mierda. Para allá, este es como un paso, ¿no? Una sombrita. Es el parachute.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Mira, si había un remolino acá y desapareció la parte de delante. No sé, un por el choco. Pero la puedo bajar.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst.
Eso.
Drink before we press on?
Viejo de los míos. ¿Qué puta pasa aquí?
Look, there.
Chaco
Those
hormigas.
are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet
Che,
well enough to
¿en qué condiciones? No va a estar en condiciones.
someone who can better attend to your ills.
Oye, venimos de Red Dead Redemption, weón. Gente azotada por la tuberculosis y ahora, weón, acá también sufriendo, botando sangre por la boca.
Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Mínimo tiene que ser esa weá, culiao.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go. Hey, you! Uncle?
Sorry.
Que pelea, pleito, pleito.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
¿Están echando los focos?
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
Los viejos culiados.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose.
Eso.
Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Take him!
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
Qué buena, loco, weón. Esa weá del águila lo hace mierda, loco. Vale, callampa, weón. Es que se trata con orina, mira. Calizal se deja remojando una solución de cerebro de chocobo para la recuperación de un cuerpo sin solución de calidad. Sorry por la cagada en el negocio, pero
your trouble.
Oye, el viejo culiao. Es como que metieron un personaje simpático, así como. Pero yo esperaba que fuese un weón más decente, o si el rey de no sé dónde mierda. El weón más ordinario que la chucha, weón. Son picantes. Vienen más, que vengan más, que vengan más.
Now's our chance.
Tápalo, oye, weón.
Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Camina, weón, ya. Me gusta el huevo también. Así, sin pagar ni uno.
Clive?
¿Cómo saben que te saben? Déjate de mierda, claro, déjate de mierda.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Bonita pasada. Mira, reconoce al rey, weón. O sea, eso es la pela.
Where are you?
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest isn't a Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
The town has picked a fight with the guard, I heard. Got cracked skulls for it.
Ayer era un negocio y una pura hueá para vender. Puta que son como el hoyo. Ya tengo que ir al colmillo de dragón. Puerta del desierto. Supongo que es para acá. La mandíbula. Para que entonces. Que lo que diga la historia. Lo que diga. Por eso no me llaman con delicia. Alguien me dijo. El farsante.
Your arms are like iron.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the
filthy bunch of chiseled greens.
Y sale virus, pero ahora hay un café bueno. Pura wea. ¿Quién se fue con todo de metalía?
Fucking men have done wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Cook's trough, they want to order to.
I need to drink.
Let me treat you.
Ya no me di cuenta. Viejo culiao está ahí puro weón, no. Mira, ahí por acá salgo nuevamente al mercadito abajo.
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. The least you can do is let us clean up in peace. I told the guard those soldiers started it. Don't need any more trouble.
¿Qué hacer ese weón de culiao? No hacer nada.
It would make us fine. The juiciest meat from greens.
How about a hot bath to soothe the aches and pains of the road?
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalimil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalimil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Looks like we'll be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not long.
Anything I can interest you in? Go with Gilbert.
The gate is closed by order of Lord Kupka. Any attempt to gain...
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal. How many times do I have to tell you? It's
Una monstruosa, como es la cabeza. Viejo rechato, sí. Ay, la agua está al lado.
Light it for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer.
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalimil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been... you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalimil, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
Este weón está echándose una choreada con el dado.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. Garen's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience, believe you me.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal. How many times do I have to tell you?
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a long-standing pillar of your community, I believe. From...
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. Try the baths. That's where...
Thank you.
Recorriente valía pico, o sea, no podía inferir yo derechamente, weón, cómo era la weón. Tienen que mandar de un punto a otro. Se tienen que mandar de un punto a otro.
Excuse me. Are you Furta?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct?
Pura
Do you know Rosina
Dalamil?
Plata
y oro.
We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
¿Dónde está el burdel? ¿Dónde está el burdel?
Only as far as I think he trusts.
¿Dónde está la liebre del desierto?
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Vamos a hacer la corte igual. Chao, mierda. Me cago. Esto era un poco más duro que los soldados. Los soldados valían mierda, weón. Giláptero. Ah, y también eran amigos. Ellos son del pueblo.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furta?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with a blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested.
Es lo mismo que pasó con el Wallot, no sé dónde mierda.
To the Lock of Leisure, then.
La Plaza del Ocio.
To the Lock of
Plaza,
Leisure.
weón.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Fresh bread.
Like meat and dark.
Take a sniff, good sir.
My carpet.
Ya delincuente, ¿qué pasa realmente?
Is this the place?
Lubo's
Buena
Forge,
arma.
the Briar's Kiss.
Esos son los
Was
trapos.
the young sprig after all? So much for Rosina Delamel being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is,
Yeah.
he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this Momate's farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants.
¿Qué onda el weón? Tiene como 12 años.
Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want.
Su caga, el viejo culiao.
I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Qué juguetón, weón. Tenés tanto tiempo para hacer tus espadas de mierda.
Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our
Es el
forces,
chamaco.
Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them.
Se lo están cagando.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way.
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang, for one. The men on the rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so?
A word of advice, traveller. You see pots like this around town, you leave them alone. Unlike where you come from, fresh water.
The deposit.
The juiciest meat in Greens. You wouldn't believe how much.
A pesar de que la weá es como super lineal, igual los espacios son bonitos, están bien hechos, weón. Me gusta que hayan creado una parte que es más de bosque, otras que son como más pradera, abierta, los castillos, las rutas, ahora el desierto. Está bueno eso, se agradece. Sería un poco más bacán si pudiese interactuar más con el entorno, creo yo.
Pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you?
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Kneaded to a silken softness, like in a cloud.
My carpets have brighter places.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you. What do you want?
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you?
Thank you.
Pero, al borde del viejo.
Let me treat you.
I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of cookers' troughs when they want to know what to take us. Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands.
That's a black pearl. One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here. What are you doing, Uncle?
El hombre es comercial. Pues.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
I need to drink.
No sé, weón.
Fucking men have done wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Kupka's trough is when they
want to. 1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal green.
No.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
No, no se me olvide para ir, no pasa por acá.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Do you think they'll be back? I need a new dress.
Light meat and dark.
The most fragrant herbs and
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
Not here.
No sabe nada.
Faster.
No, suena.
Time to fight.
Esa va a sacar. Muy bien. Pues soy
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
Cha.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Toma, concha de madre.
Not over yet, Uncle. I'm just getting warmed up.
Bueno, qué. Guardia personal de Kupka. Oh, por el ano. ¿Qué te pasa, concha de tu madre? Estamos bien, estamos bien.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was
Cha.
particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking Crystal's men for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is.
Hola, hermano.
The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is.
Una pista que mismísimo
Well,
Walter
we'd better get
White.
these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid this... Well, Clive. You held up your end of the bargain, so I must do... To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed, and those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much.
Of all the... Ugh!
Here.
Mi chapa, para que todo usa el desierto luego.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it...
Thank you, Luke.
And please, feel free to send one of my Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
No, qué gran honor, concha no me hacerlo todo.
Omia los delan. Tu isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Fileo picante.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Come on, Uncle.
I've never even forged a butter knife before. Perhaps fool.
I wouldn't put it...
Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm Sav, soon to be former apprentice. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies... I don't suppose you have any idea.
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that, or...
I could give you a hand. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a
So?
Good question. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solved. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point for now. Who to speak? There's plenty of folk in Dalamil who There's the butcher, of course. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and...
All right.
Let's hope this...
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
What I'm hearing?
My carpets? Yes, they're quite sought after.
Yeah.
Welcome, sir.
Espera.
What can I do you for?
A question. If I need to know what makes a good carving.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm...
So a knife that stays sharp.
Softness, like eating a cloud with...
Put a knife with an edge like Odin's razor in my hand.
The baths are...
Servicio.
Closed for scrubbing.
All those
Xavier,
years of toil,
Xavier.
every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services...
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in... I've no doubt that my woes stem from the... But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you, go to Dusnoff Terraces.
All right.
Wonderful. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of these baths are all that keep my life.
Yo pensé que me iba a dar información, por eso no. Eso es. Como quería una misión, po. Ayer, pero otro weón forja tu nombre.
Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell
Ahí
you?
están los
It's
bomb
not a
culiados.
toy.
Puta la wea, ¿dónde está el otro?
What is it? Minomu.
Sorry.
Hunter.
I have a question. Can you...
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade. Your knife snaps every time you use it. You'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Sweet incense. What candles?
Silver platters. Plates and pots. Bowls and
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Take a sniff, good sir.
The finest fabrics.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be too heavy, and they do his...
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't... That can't be... No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to...